One, two, three, four. All right, we're on. Let's get going. Arena Day open. Let's just have some fun, you know? Chill, easygoing tournament. About as easygoing as me punching myself in the face, but I don't really care for Atraxa, so let's see. 6 packs, 6 glorious packs. Please give me some good news. Okay. All right. 4 mythics. 4 mythics. And 3 more cards. Let's hope they're on black, white, or red, you know? Alright. Alright, we're loading in here. Looks like Brawl is one of them. Oh, one of them is a red white card and another red card. All right. I'm not. Look at that. So, removal spell, sword. We have good duels here. Good fixing. Oh, we got a black-white land. That's not bad. It's about all we have. Fornacux is cool, but it's just a big 7/6 trample. He's doesn't really. I mean, he's a big creature. Don't get me wrong. Big creatures are cool, but I think the 8/8 trample hexproof is probably better. Green doesn't look that great. I mean, we have a strong 2-drop, an okay 3-drop, another strong 3-drop, a good 3-drop. Renata. Yeah, green looks medium. Red, we got the double striker, which is cool. These 2 creatures are fine. Informant, 2. We got 2 of the invasions. That's pretty good. Alright, we got fixing, another invasion, a good one. Nizumi, a deadly, and a vanquish the week. We got some straight up solid removal spells in black. What do we miss? White. There's that cut short I was looking for. It does cost 3. That's important. We got cut short, sunder, grasp. We got some good stuff here. We don't have to be. We could splash white for this and this card. Double white's kind of chintzy. This card really isn't that exciting, so we can cut that. Yeah, no white doesn't look that great. I do like the great sword. It's pretty strong. Oh yeah, we also have you. We can get a good sacrifice build that's not terrible. I think our black-red looks phenomenal. And I think in this format, this could be a good card. Best of 1 is really weird. So as removal spells go, we have one of the best one, in my opinion. We got Urgoth. We got Nahiri. So this is just a +2/+2 protection sword from black and blue, which can be probably is pretty good. You get to surveil 2 when you combat, which is okay. Um, and then you may cast an instant or sorcery from your graveyard with 2 or less mana without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put in your graveyard, it'd be exiled instead. Well, we have Flourish, Final Flourish, and we have Rawl's Reinforcements. And that's our 2-drop spells. I would say this card isn't necessarily weak, but it is not actually that great. But we'll put it over here for now. Now, Kronos is good, and Lore Master is good. Okay. Fact is, I think we want to play all of these cards for sure. Prankster can go. We don't really have a good sacrifice plan, so this one can go. Not that we need a big sacrifice plan, but we really don't have very many. Like Ragavan has to connect to have some form of sacrifice. Final Flourish can sacrifice. I guess the Bloated Processor can sacrifice, but conditionally, based on how many Phyrexians. And we have no Phyrexians in the early part of the game. So Deadly Bruiser is interesting because we do have a couple creatures that, particularly Nezumi. Nezumi Informant's decent with it. I think that's about it. So the Scrapper is probably not necessary. I think the Nezumi Freewheel plays the role of returning this to the battlefield a little bit more. And this is just a sweeter card. Overall, we have 13 creatures. We get plenty of spells. And we got some decent battles. So on the battlefront, we have Invasion of Urgatha. We have the Eldraine. And then we have the 2 red ones, which are interesting. Now, on the, I think that Nahiri's pretty. This spell's pretty dang good. It's essentially 3 mana kill a creature, but you have the upside of doing a little bit excess damage. It can kill battles, which is actually kind of cool. Because flipping this is huge. Like, if I played this on turn 2, and then turn 3, flipped it with Nahiri, I would gauge 1 card extra that I may play this turn, which isn't exciting. But I can look at the top card. I may exile it if I like. But if I don't, I'll just put it on the bottom of my deck. So it's a decent card. I think overall we have Vanish the Weak as well as removal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 potential removal spells with the addition of Urgoth if we need it, but just interaction's fine. Other than that, we could consider more white cards if we would so desire, or even different black cards. We could go with a sacrifice package. The issue is it's just harder to keep that to be the plan, because we would bring in the Ichor Shade and the 2 cyclers, and we have this other sacrifice guy, which is fine, and we'd be a lot more aggressive. We wouldn't play this guy, the Scrap Chomper, because that card's just not good. We'd probably bring this in. This card's actually pretty good, Mirror Hoplite, but we don't have very many backup cards. I'm not considering green, mainly because we just have so few and little of it. Our artifacts are kind of not that great. The reason why we're not going with Drana here is that, yes, turning off your opponent's activated abilities is good. Like if you have her in play, your opponent can't flip their Phyrexian cards, which is strong. And by the Phyrexian cards, I mean the creatures, the the devil here, where it flips into a Phyrexian. Can't activate those abilities, but she gains those effects. That doesn't do anything, so it's not that great. Now, the white cards that I could consider that I think are decent are Infected Defector, Phyrexian Censor, Cut Short. Cavalier is crap in this one because we just don't have knights. The Gateway's good, the Grasp is fine, and the Takar Dune Shaper is good. But this, meh, not so great. Now, our blue does have Invasion of Vern. I do find that card to be quite strong. Other than that, for the most part, our blue is not that great. So the real question is, do I want to do a black-red package? Yes. Am I going to play the Sacrifice build? No, because I don't really have anything that particularly stand out for that. So, all right. So our creature count is 13, but technically this is a creature spell, and all of our invasions flip into creatures. And yeah, so we're looking at more like a 14-9 split. And then we just have really impressive, powerful cards. But a lot of people are going to have that stuff. So what we need to really think about is, how do we play this deck against our opponents? Well, Ragavan, great card for stealing things from your opponent. Just Ragavan on turn 1. If we roll the dice and we get to play it on turn 1, it's pretty nuts. That's just a really, really solid play. Because if they don't have a turn 1 to meet it, or they do and we just kill it and we exile their top card, most likely we're not going to be able to play their top card, but we get a treasure, which is Ragavan is ramp. Ragavan is a silly, silly magic card. Very powerful, super ridiculous. I'm glad to see it because this is the first real time I get to play with the card. Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with our pool. I can't really complain too much. We have a lot of power here, and we have a lot of different, diversity. I like the Thrashing Frontliner and the Slasher. We have these 4 battles, which are phenomenal to want to flip, like a flyer that whenever your opponent's creatures die, you put a counter on it. It's huge. This card ETBs with a bolt, which is pretty strong. The Invasion of Eldraine, I think this is, in this format, is very timely. If you cast this on turn 4, typically you're going to put your opponent in a really precarious position where they have to pitch 2 cards, and most likely you're going to be stifling a land drop while also taking another play from them, which is pretty huge. And if you can flip it in the same turn, you can also net some damage on them the next turn. Plus it's a flyer. And then we have double Invasion of Mercadia, which is just phenomenal. This card can win the game by itself. Like, it's required to flip it, but like I said, we do have the magical way of flipping it on our own if we so desire. Usually not the way you want to do that. You want to usually beat down on it, but it is what it is. Overall, I give this about... I would say there's a few things I would like about this sealed to be a little different, but I would say it's about an 8 out of 10. My brain wants to say 9 out of 10, but I think that's really wrong. I think this deck could be a little better, but not by much. Alright, so we're playing 2 white spells. They're both late game. We have a dual end fixes for 2. Only running 7 mountains, which is precarious, but we have double black spell. And we also have the Gloomflame Mauler, which will allow us to go get a land if we need to. Yeah, I think we're probably going to be fine with this deck. And this card is really great in the mirror. Like, phenomenally great. And we're running, let me 7, 13. Okay. Well, without further ado, I hope we get there with this. I only get to do one challenge today, so I'm going to take my time with it and play the game to the best of my abilities, mulligan aggressively as I need to, and try to play to the, to all and any of my outs. All right, I have my deck, and let's just get it started. The round one, my opponent mulligans to death and concedes. That would be so anticlimactic, but it would be a reprieve. All right, playing against P. Cox. This could be anybody. I have no idea who this could be. Okay, so we have Tiamat and we have the Informant. Now we are missing red mana here. We have a couple plays, so I think we're going to go ahead and keep on the play. I think this is a fine hand. We'll probably start by casting our Tiamat. Alright. We've drawn another quite expensive card. Our opponent is on blue on the order. Okay. We drew another land, which is fine. That gets us one more turn closer to casting our free will. We'll play our Informant, which will get them to discard a card. I'm just going to go ahead and attack because if they choose to flip this next turn, I can't really block it profitably. So that might be what they do. It looks like they're just on blue for now, just as we are just on black. So, all right. Ain't going to hate that. Go ahead and mill each other. Hopefully not see a bunch of red mana. We didn't. It looks like our opponent did whiff on a white source, but that might have got them to a white source. Hopefully we see a red source sooner than later. Yeah, not exactly what they want to see. Can't do much to this board. I can attack for 3, though. I do get to do that. And we'll have to pass. It's to whoever gets unscrewed. All right. Kind of got what we wanted there. We both were screwed. I mean, it was obvious, but I was in a way better position than my opponent. All it requires, if I get to flip with my guy next turn, honestly, if I flip with my guy next turn, I can take a plains and ramp myself, or put a Ragavan into play. Not that exciting, but I could probably just get a mountain if I hit another swamp there. There's a lot of things that could go my way, and that's what went my way. All right, game 1. Solid game 1, I guess. We both kept risky hands, I think. And, yeah. Our opponent could be upset. I would have been upset if I was in the losing position at that point. Because we're both kind of screwed. I think him was much worse than me. Okay, we got a turn 1 Ragavan. That can be disgusting. My opponent's going to 5 on the play. That's huge. Looks like they might even be considering going to 4. They had to put 2 cards back. All right. And then we have the lined up removal. We'll go ahead and play our Ragavan, knowing that if they want to kill this, they have to do it now, or they can play a threat. Throw away discard. I'm confident that my next play is this card. Nice. And I just clear the path and steal the top card of their deck while also ramping myself. Yeah, they lost their Traxxas thing. They play a land. I mean, wow. So just mill a land off the top of my opponent's deck. We'll go ahead and play an Informant here. This game is pretty close to over. Yeah, they get to play that, which is fine. Now, I don't have a card to discard to this here. But to be honest, I get to look at the top 5 cards of my deck while also stealing one of my opponent's best plays. So we're just going to do that here. Yeah, I can play that this turn. So could have also just taken a land there. cute. Oh, we'll go ahead and play this. And we stole a really good card from our opponent. We've gotten 3 good cards. Ragavan has given us... okay. Alright. So we can kill this turn. Sure. I guess we'll play this. And we'll equip here. Yeah, our draw was good, theirs was not. They had to mulligan to 5. That's pretty brutal. That's 2 games in a row that we've gotten pretty lucky. Now, granted, our opening hand that game was pretty dirty, especially since our opponent could not keep their opening hand. Drop bear. Okay. We're on the play. It's not the most explosive hand, but we can do our opponent a little dirty here. I'm going to go ahead and keep because it's got the start of a little bit of a flood. I'm assuming my deck's going to flood on me because that's what it likes to do. Okay, we can go get our swamp here, which will lead into a desertion. I don't necessarily want them to know that I have white mana in my deck yet. Go get a swamp. Ooh, processor. That's a pretty good creature here. I like this guy. When he dies, I get a 3/3 incubate token. He's a 3/3, a 3/2, so he trades pretty well. It's a pretty good card value. Okay, so we have a couple answers to that. Now we do have a lore master that we can get online here. But we're just going to go ahead and destroy their creature. Attack for 3. Boom. Yeah, Brawl and Carry Zev is that's a very good card. Oh, wait. Not bad. We drew a red source and we have a white mana. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just attack here. Offer the trade if they want it so badly. That's fine. Alright, I will play my awesome card, exiling my spell, getting 3/2. So essentially this is a 6/7 for 5 mana, while also allowing me to sack this if I so desire. So we have I'm going to go ahead and play a land, and I'm going to tap like this. I want to activate this here. And we'll see what they're going to do. I have an onboard removal spell that they can't really play around in this position. I don't know if that's what they want to do. Yeah, they're just taking it. Happy to do that. I'll serve you that way. Alright. I don't really need to get another creature right now because I can just fling this. So, we'll just pass here. Because I can do this at any time, which is kind of cool. And putting this on the bottom of my deck is pretty sweet. Alright, so they want some more mana here. This is fine. Okay, let's see. I don't really have that many evens. Alright, so they got nothing from me. And they can put Urbrask into play. Urbrask is good. Strong card. Alright, let's see what they do. They're attacking for 2. They probably don't expect us to have a bunch of removal. Yeah, but we're going to take out the Garuda here. They can deal stroke. No stroke. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to line up this shot here with their Urbrask. I don't know what they could have here that's holding them up at this point. Well, I guess Convoke, deal +2 flying. I guess that's a real play. They could have that. However, if they do that, it does tap them down. Or they just got up from their computer. Yeah, that could also be. This is kind of a salty way to play the game, though. I'm going to give him a hello, just in case maybe they didn't know that they're playing the game. Yeah, this is them giving me the middle finger here. They were really hoping that card would be good. I mean, this goes to the bottom if I choose to decline here. I mean, I really don't need to play this card. Just put it on the bottom. I'd rather it be in my deck. And then we come at them. Oh, they choose to just take it? That's fair. I don't have a way to just kill them here, but... Oh, right. I can just play this. By sacrificing a spirit, I can cast it without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put in the graveyard, put it on the bottom of their library. Well, I can't do anything. I probably should have just stopped on my turn to play this card, because if they have a counterspell, it'd be a little upsetting. But truth is, our opponent should have just conceded by now instead of being a total turd about this. Yeah. They got to play their rares. I mean, it's not like they didn't. I played a rare. Right, just the one. Oh, 2 rares. I played 2 rares, and they milled my 1. No, I played 3. Plus I milled 1. And my opponent's being a salty D-bag. Yep. Alright, that's 3-0. I just need to do that 4 more times and I'll be good. Okay. I mean, granted, my deck seems pretty strong. I'm really happy to play it. Leave Eras and myself. Alright, another Another fine hand to start with. I'll probably, depending on what I draw next turn, I'll probably lead on the front liner. Okay, yeah, definitely going front liner. So pretty easy attack. They could have a counterspell for this. Unlikely. They're just killing this. They're getting up planes. Okay. Alright, let's see what their first play is. A bad boy. Would I kill that if I had the answer? No. So I already have my plains. I'm going to go ahead and play a mountain here. I don't think they'll block this. We gotta get that chip damage in as we go. So they put me on exactly shock plus incubate 1, and that just seems like a bad trade for my opponent, especially if they're short on land. Okay. Alright, I'll go ahead and play my swamp. We get to throw down a double striker here. Since I'm tapped out, I can't really afford to play that other card, but boom. Boom. Getting extra damage in is important. Now, if they have a Wrath, not good, but we probably should have attacked with everything now that I think about it. Because they block here, they take an additional 2, they go to 9. But that's if they have a Wrath. I'm not going to play against a Wrath. Okay, they're probably going to take out the Scald here. It's totally the right call on their part. Now they can free roll an attack here. I'm going to choose not to block. Because I do have several removal spells, and I really am not scared of this card. Yeah. So... I don't think I have anything for flashback from my graveyard. I'm just making sure. No. So my opponent is at 3. 3, 3. At this point, we have a pretty good shot at getting them down to 6. Alright, they go to 5. Alright. I'm going to play a spell. They have a counter, they do. It's fine. Just going to have to let that happen. Okay. I milled 3 lands, and I milled them 3 lands, so... not such a big deal. Okay. Now they are in a tough spot. They're probably attacking for 3 because it's It's essentially free. I'm going to let that happen. There's no reason for me not to. This is I think the guy who won Worlds, their art. Sad thing is, Fairy Mastermind just doesn't seem like a card that's going to see a lot of play. And that kind of sucks for a card like this one. They're paying 5 mana. I wonder what they're planning to do. Okay. Oh, they have the Surveil card. That's probably what they have here. So, if I kill this, they block here, take 3, Surveil this back to my hand. I kind of like that play because I don't really see anything in the yards that I really need, so gonna just do that now. Go ahead and kill this. I mean, it's going to go on the bottom of my deck, so I might as well take it, because I can just play it here. And I'm going to attack. This is a healthy attack. Because they obviously have the Surveil card. Yeah. It's back to my hand. I can recast it this turn. So anything they Surveil is going to get milled. So if they see 2 lands, they should just leave them on top. They trade with my 3/3. I guess they could chump and go to 1. That is a bit risky. Yeah, but they're risking it. Alright. I'm fine with them at 1. That means that there are a few plays here. I'm going to mill whatever is on top of their deck. Ichor Drinker. Okay, so they milled these 2, and then they got to keep the Zeal. I put the Zeal away, which is nice. They're at 1. I have a Menace creature, a 1/1, and a 3/3 trample. I also have my 5 Menace with backup 2 in hand that I can cast. The only way they don't lose here is they have to have they get to put this into play for 1, then they pay 2 to activate it. This is nothing. Just nothing. So they pay 1, and then they can activate 2. That gives them 3 blockers. I put the count here. They double block here. And then they die. Right? No. Well, I could flip my guy. At this point, it gets back a Thrasher, and in their case, I can return something else back. I'd rather just cast this spell here, make them have it. They might be digging. I don't think digging's the right play here. That's just telling me they don't have an answer. This is a concession. At this point, I don't see how this is going to help them. I put it on the 1 creature that I want through. Attack with everything. They can block 2 of my creatures and die. Alright. Boom. That was, honestly, I feel like that was our first real game we've played so far. Oh, damn it. I gotta pick that up. deck is pretty amazing, I have to say. Cairo Hoke. We're on the draw. This hand is interesting. I don't have black mana, but they're both removal spells. I have a proactive creature on turn 2, and then a possible turn 4. If we draw a swamp in the next 3 turns, it's a go. I think in 3 turns we could draw a swamp. Or at least just another play. There we go. Yeah, baby. We can at least play our deck. 2/2 for 2. I'll play 2 for 2 as well. So the Sunbless is a pretty tough card to beat. And I'm not getting past the Pest, so I'm fine with trading for that. Alright. Didn't draw a swamp there to play a 2/2 for 2, but that's okay. They showed us their haste creature. I would like to get rid of that. I would be surprised if they didn't play the haste creature here. But I guess if they have something cool, that's fine. This is actually probably a better play for them in the long run. I think we're going to vanquish their tokens so they can't just flip this next turn with a haste creature. And then I can play down my War Trained Slasher. Okay. I mean, regardless, I was going to do this. Izumi is a cute card. We're going to go ahead and play Slasher here. Unless they want to deal with this turn, they're going to have a tough time dealing with it. Okay, so they're going to flip their guy, which is fine. They flip, they cast a 4/4. Okay. I can't kill anything, but I can attack. I don't know what they could play next turn. I think we deal 3 to them, gain 3. Yeah, I think this will lead to the best outcome. 3. Finish off this. It doubles our power. We'll flip into a 3/3. Because at this point we're trying to offer the race. We have a menace creature and a 3/3 flyer. They have a 3/4 flyer and a 4/4 vigilance. Okay. Alright. Wow. That is an incredible move. Okay. They're down to 1 card in hand. Throne of Eldraine. Cute. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to make him sacrifice here. Because my guy's power doubles when I'm attacking this, so the only option is to sacrifice. Now, we're still behind on board. We're not in a great spot. Now, if we do draw a swamp here, we do get Tamarit's activation for a turn. They might not have anything. We didn't. Play our guy. And a bunch of 2/1/1s, and we'll pass. Okay. Now, we can't really attack observably, so we'll just play our land and gain a life and pass. So it's not the card I'm scared of. Now, I don't know what they could have in their hand right now. I imagine it's a land. At least one of these is a land, or if not both. We take 3. I mean, if it was something proactive, they could definitely use it. Okay, creature. It's 2 more life to us. We might as well get another creature, and we'll take their Stoke the Flames, just so if they had a flashback card, they couldn't use it. I'd rather not have to use our graveyard if we can help it, but we have 2 creatures in our yard we could probably use as fodder. The truth is, if they attack here, I'm probably throwing everything at this. Okay, we got a siege. That is scary. That's 4 damage at me. So I'm going to be losing a creature here. And they're making a 4/4. Yeah, I gotta go up in life. And I'm going to go ahead and take out their enchantment here. Okay. This buys us a couple turns. Honestly, they probably don't worry about this. We go to 5. We draw another land. Play another land. Pass. If I don't draw another spell this game, that's really not my fault. We do have cards that can help us get out of this situation, but we're not exactly at that point in the game. Alright, we're at 1. I hope they just ruin us with a removal spell or something. If they can win, they should win. I don't understand. Don't think that's going to do it for us. Yeah, if this had haste, we'd have a shot. Or if we would have drawn this 1 turn earlier, we would have had a shot. We're just out of luck. But we're going to play as though we have something. They swing at me, I take it. GG's. I'll give them a GG's. They fought well. Unfortunate. We're not going to win every game in this format. We're not. So, you should never go into a tournament thinking you're going to be undefeated. You should always go into a tournament thinking that you're good enough to be undefeated, but you also have to have the grace and opinion to yourself that sometimes you're not going to get the best draw. Sometimes it has to be given to someone else. Elasticity. Okay. Turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Informant. That's a fine play for me. Go ahead and keep this. All right, we draw a slasher. I think we just test him. Probably killing my guy. They have something in their hand. I don't know if this... Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not that hard to know that you have to kill that. Play land. And we'll get them to discard. Okay. Looks like they didn't have much there to go on.
Where's my shoes at? We're in that closet.
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. They seemed like they were mana light based on how they had to discard that. Because Renata's like an insane spell. But they might not be able to play Magic here. If they can't play Magic, that's not good for our opponent. It's good for us, but not my opponent. They have a turn. Okay. I'll take those. We take those. Our opponent kept a sketchy hand. I honestly think the reason why they had a hard time with Ragavand was that maybe they were a 2-land hand and they're like, maybe we need to mill ourselves and take some damage. The problem is Ragavand puts me too far ahead. Like if I'm hitting like 2-drop creatures off the top of their deck, then they're screwed. Oh, this is a fine opener. I like this hand. We have our black mana, we have our white mana. Don't play anything till turn 3, but we still have a turn to draw something. And we did. Good 2-2. Thrashing Frontliner is possibly one of the interesting cards because it has trample. Oh my gosh. Alright. I don't have... Yeah, I'm going to just drop the sword and pass. I don't have a land to play this turn. But if I can equip this to my dude, it's protection from blue and black. So if they have a spell they want to play, they have to play it now on my guy. If it's blue and it's the enchantment, my sword will equip and will make their enchantment fall off my creature. And then I'll get to attack for 4. Yeah. Oh, and they also play black in their deck. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and equip and attack for 4. A card that probably can't die. I could use the swamp. You may cast an instant or sorcery without paying its mana cost. I don't need the invasion card right now. I have plenty of good spells. I want the swamp, so we'll put that on in the yard. I'm in the middle of something, Mom.
Okay, well, there's something outside you want to see.
Okay. What's up? Oh, it's the cover top. Okay. Alright, we're gonna play Gotha here because they can't counter it. I'm gonna go ahead and just take out their, I think, Inquisitor. Actually, we should, no, we'll take out this. I think this is the best card to take out. Okay. We can flip this, which we will do. Because our guy gets to hit for 5. I think their plan was to double block here, but they can't now. Cute. Okay, they're trying to raise. Oh no, they can flip this. Okay. They attack us for 2. So obviously he's not going to block. They flip their guy. Okay. So they have 6 on us. We're going to hit for 4. And yeah, go ahead and kill their biggest threat and then attack. Hopefully we build one of our 2 spells. Alright, so we have the land already. We're going to put the land in our yard. Let's see. This is a removal spell. I'm going to gladly take this here. They hit for possibly 7 this turn, dropping us to 9. But they pay 2 life to do that, which will put them down to 10. They don't know about our removal spell on top of our deck. Okay, they have a green mana for their flip card. Mentor. Okay. No attacks. Well, guess we start somewhere. Monastery Mentor is a very powerful card. I don't think I want this in play. If I can help it. Maybe they can do something. I don't know. Counter the spell. Okay, they counter it. They got to pitch a card, and it looks like they have hit for 9. Okay, so I have. Okay, so if I get the double strike guy out, that's lethal. If they attack with everything. The Eldraine isn't going to help me in this spot, I don't think. So we're going to trash that. And I'm going to play the Etch Familiar this turn. Which also is not good for them. That's if they kill this. They could move it, I guess. That's if they play a spell. It's only 11. And they get a 1/1. Okay. They take 2. We gain 2. Three, 6, 2. 1. They're trying to cover their bases here. I mean, if they have counterspell, this is a problem. They gain a life. They might not have it. I mean, I'm going to jam this out every time. I mean, if they have counterspell, they have counterspell. Double strike. This is lethal if they have nothing. Spell? It's not lethal. Okay, my first strike damage goes through. Surveil. The 2 or less, right? So Vanquish is not going to work for me. There's a couple, and we drop them to 2. I need the land. We'll throw this in the yard. That means we can play Chronos, flip something back. If they can take our blocker out. I mean, I block here, take. Is that 9? 2. No, it's 7. Do you got it? We're dead. Good series of draws from our opponent. Yeah. Oh, man. If we could have had one more turn of something. Let's say if we played the Chronos the turn before instead, after they killed this, we really didn't have anything else to bring back other than the Etched Familiar. And they just had what they needed to win. Like, honestly, if they only drew 2 creatures there, they're not winning this game. But, oh, whatever. That happens. See if we can finish this out. We only need to win 2 more times. And I think our deck is very fully capable. I don't think there was a different play I could have made there that would have changed the game, other than playing the invasion and flipping that as well. Yeah, this hand is too weak. This hand is perfect. I'm going to draw land. I need to keep as many playables as I can. And since this hand isn't teetering on anything other than 1 more land, I think we should be okay. Our opponent also mulliganed, and they're making a decision here. So let's see what they can do. I'm going to play a swamp and pass. Alright, we got a discard card out of their hand. I'm going to go ahead and play Thrashing Frontliner. They played a 2/2. Alright, I'm going to attack their hand. I will play a land. I'm not going to attack. They're down to 2 cards in hand. Let's see what 2 of those cards are. Removal and a good creature. Going ahead attacking here. They want to trade their full card from my 2-drop. Fine. Based on the fact that I just ripped their hand apart, I think they have to make this play. But maybe they don't. Maybe they need to keep their creatures in play. This is a really tough call for my opponent. Oh, we're killing them both. Okay. That's not bad. They didn't hit a land. We're going to let that slide. They can only do 2 here. So I'm going ahead attacking for 1. We'll play dude. The angel isn't exactly what I want to deal with here. Inquisitor is pretty tough. So this trades for their 3/3 if I attack with the familiar. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if they want to do that. They do not. That's fine. They don't have a knight in play. Okay. Oh, that's a knight. Oh, that's cute. Okay. We're going to take out this. We're going to let the knight hit here. Because I don't want this flipping yet. Well, I get to flip my guy. Don't have anything yet. It's a pretty good draw. They can't really attack through this, and if they have another Protocol Knight, they can't. But if they draw a white removal spell, which they've had to pitch one of them. Oh, this is such a tedious turn. Yeah, we just say go. I don't want to deal with a 4/4, and I'd rather them have to jump through hoops to do something they want to do this turn. That is not it. Alright, they drew a land. Alright. Now, I can short Fang. If they want to chump with their 1/1, I'm fine with that. Now, if I unequip this, my creature dies. And I don't really want my creatures dying. Alright, I'm going to start eating their graveyard. Creature. And creature. Sweet. Now I can get on the board. Now, I'm in a pretty good spot here. I'm going to go ahead and just equip to my flyer. Yeah, I don't want to say go. I'm going to go ahead and play a creature here. If they want to counter this, this is fine. If they have a counter. Okay. They take 2. I guess if they don't want to take 2, we can just have us both draw. That's fine. Flyer. Okay. Alright. I want to take away their ability to draw extra cards. I'm going to offer the trade on his flyer if he wants it. Alright, Alabaster flickers out my guy. They get to make a 4-4. That's not great for me. It's not the end of the world, though. Especially if I draw a removal spell at my final flash. None of their creatures do So we're going to go ahead and put this on the processor. And we're going to get in there with both of these creatures. Alright. Boom, boom. Don't need the land. The double striker's cute. But I don't think the double striker's what we're looking for right now. I'll play another creature. And we'll pass. Now they could get another angel this turn, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's bad. Five. Doesn't matter what they tap here. Sure. They get another 4/4. I'm fine with trading this for something. So these two creatures can't block here. And this can only be blocked by one creature. Alright. So we're taking out the flyer. This is less pressure. There you are. Taking 5. Alright. That was a good one. I'm going to keep the Kroxa on top. I get to surveil this and cast it for free. We're going to take out the flyer. Kill that guy. Take out their only blocker. We go to aggressor. They have 2 creatures in the yard. I'm fine with this. We have a double striker we can get back this next turn, which is pretty sick. Which we can put it on here. That's 4. is crazy that we get to do that to them. Alright, we're taking out these two. Alright, they get to make a 6/6 here, because I can't... Oh, I guess we'll do that. They get a 5/5. Much better. Alright, do we have a haster in our yard? No. We do get to get our double striker back, which is pretty disgusting. So we got to exile 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the Vanquish. And we'll put the double striker into play. Because this seriously next turn gives us 2 lethal threats. Plus this has menace. Alright. Woo! Okay, this is for all the chitlins. Alright, we're at that. The difference of winning this is huge, so hopefully we do it. Oh, come on. We can do it. We got this. We got this. If you weren't impressed by that sword in draft, hopefully that helps you see that the card is actually quite devastating. Okay. We have a turn 3, turn 3. This is a good enough hand to keep. I'm on the draw. I'm going to give him a hello. Strong card to draw here. They didn't want to give me a hello, so I'm going to go ahead and cast my spell. I'm going to pitch my... my Scold. Now, Scold gives us a dynamic that we want. I think we're going to get rid of our Slasher here. Just because we need to draw land. Chrome Shark. It was not a removal spell. Turn 3 Chrome Shark is not good. However, if they don't have a spell to capitalize on it this turn, that's fine. I'm hoping we draw something good here. Okay, they're looking to just attack. This is fine. I'll go ahead and make a 3/3. Drew another invasion. Freewheeler or play invasion. I think we play Freewheeler. This might be the card that does it for us. cards for them. Ooh, another Inquisitor. That's pretty good. Wouldn't mind getting that. Granted, I would have liked to have had that removal spell, but we can't have everything we want. Okay. Well, they didn't have a 3-mana spell last turn. Well, they don't this turn either. Their deck might be lacking spells. Okay. So these 2 creatures can't block. I mean... I think killing that Chrome Shark is huge. Alright, the pros and cons here. The double block, they let my thing hit. If they let my thing hit, they take 5. We get to kill their shark, and they attack us for 5. Otherwise, we kill their Mana Dork and their Inquisitor. And then they get to hit us for 5. So either way, they're hitting us for 5. Unless we play something else this turn, we can do Scald, Smash, Wheeler, Flip Wheeler, get back either their Inquisitor or whatever, or something from our yard. I think getting the Inquisitor is huge here. He's big enough to where we flip here. It'll be on them. We'll get the Inquisitor. And then we smash here. They are definitely going to block. And if they block, they're probably going to throw everything in the way. We kill everything but the token. Because this card will run away with the game. Menace, buddy. Costs you 2 permanents. You don't get a free roll. You have to throw away 2 permanents. Okay, we get the guy as well. Okay, that puts us in play. So now they have 4 damage in the air, which isn't what I want. Okay. Well, I hope they see only a land. That's what they did. Seal gives them a token. What are they going to throw away? This, fine. They swing, we can jump somewhere. This is 9 damage. This puts us to 9. Then we have a double striker. Okay. I'm going to take out their tracker. It's a decent card, but I think killing the tracker is fine here. Okay. If we play the sword and equipped, we attack. If they block, they hit us for 5, and actually they have lethal, so we can't do that. They don't know that we have a land, so we're going to go ahead and play this. Still gives us the same amount of blockers we'd have before, but this might cost them a double block if they want to take it. Okay, we get our guy anyways. We know they have a land in their hand. Now we can play the Etched Familiar, gain a life. They hit us to 4, we go to 4. We can gain a life. This puts the most creatures in the play and then makes this card way, way, way worse for our opponent. I have no way to sacrifice this, but we could play it next turn, killing our own creature, buying us another turn. I think that's the play here. Okay, they play their land, they gain a life. Fine. They can animate their own thing. Okay, it'll be a 3/3. Or a 4/4. Death Toucher. Cute. Three. Okay. Activate. Activate. Okay. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Kill the Chrome Shark. Right. There's no other way to win. I can't win that way, so we have to kill the Chrome Shark. Haven't played a land yet, but I think I want to gain a life this turn, and I don't need the mountain, so we're going to decline that. They have a 2/2, a 1/1. I can attack for 4, which I think... So if they have stun off the top, I go to 5. They can only put me to 1, so I can't attack necessarily. That's what I think they're going to draw. So I'm going to go ahead and gain my life, which I have right here, my life gain. But that's only if they have exactly stun. There's other cards they could have here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play Etch Familiar. And honestly, if they want to attack me next turn, they can. If they have the stun card, I don't think I can beat that card. But they can have, like, something else. But I have to do damage to my opponent somehow. And I think this is how we win the game. We have to force them to either block with 2 creatures. Alright. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. No whammies. No whammies. I gotta mute them because I don't need the salt. I don't need to feel salt. Okay. They didn't... It doesn't look like they drew it. whammies. Drain them. Okay. I don't have enough to... This does put a flyer into play. They could have a counterspell here. Let's draw 2 cards. It's not what I want to see. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bait it out with this. They know we have a removal in our hand. They're looking for my yard. They know what I have. They had cut down. Okay. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Taking 2. Alright, they got nothing in their hand. He can't block my guy, so he's going to take not quite lethal. Go into the face. Surveil 2. These aren't going to do it for me. Get to cast my instant. Kill their flyer. Alright. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Yes! Yes! Woo! That's how it's done. Oh, yes. Another. Woo! Oh, man. Nice, nice. Woo! Oh, man. That is sweet. Sweet, sweet victory. We're good. We're in day 2. We're making it day 2. Day 2, Hollopaloo, my darling. Alright. So that's going to do it for us today in our sealed. Let me just pop that up here so everyone can look at it and enjoy it. Our sealed was very insane. Going to put this up on our YouTube so you guys are going to see us here. Yeah, one and done. One run and done. Good. Great deck. Great pulls. Very good. I had 3 mythics in my list. To be fair, all 3 of them were very good and really did complement the deck. But there's no fault to our own that we also had our other 2 rares in the deck, which means we had 5 playable rares plus 3 other options we just threw away. So, whatever. Oh, I'm sorry, 6. We had our Bloated Professor, Nahiri's Warcrafting, and our Quintros Lore Master. Then we have Cruxa, Sword of Once and Future, MVP to getting us through to day 2. And the quintessential, my opponent must concede to turn 1 Mythic Ragavan. Another reason why this card is dumb. Plus a slew, an array of just fantastic spells. Just overall, I feel like this deck was great. Like I said, I gave it an 8 out of 10 at the beginning. I'm going to say, because I didn't play with the Sword of Once and Future yet, really didn't have any idea of how that would work. So I'll make it a 9 out of 10. Still not a perfect deck, but good enough to make it. If it was perfect, I would have went 7-0. Flawless victory, but that also contradicts what I said earlier, which is you never go undefeated. Thanks for watching, and peace.